So we all know the food pyramid. I mean, we've seen this since we were little. It kind of gives you an outline of the food you should be eating. But what if when you ate food from fruit group or the dairy group or even the grains, you were getting more of the fats and oils than you actually thought? So I'm going to go through and talk about some foods that aren't good for you. We're going to start with the fruit group. So we have different kinds of fruit. We have dried fruit, we have raisins, grapes, apples, and oranges. So the first thing that's surprising is that raisins are, dried grapes. But calorie-wise, they're much more than a fresh grape would be. Plus, many brands will add sugar to them. For example, Sun-Maid raisins have as much sugar in them as a Snickers bar. And we go to fruit juice, because most people, drink fruit juice. It's 100% pure juice. I mean, it's good, right? Well, there's more sugar in a Minute Maid, small bottle than there is in a can of soda. So think about that next time you guys have breakfast. Or apple juice. Apple juice has even more sugar than the orange juice. And look what just one apple has. Plus an apple has fiber in it, which makes you feel more full instead of just drinking sugar water. So now we're going to focus on the grains. So we've got, bread, pasta, granola, bagels, muffins, for some examples. So the thing about bagels is there's this concentrated sugar that most companies will add to the bagels. And most of the time you see bagels that are processed with this white flour. Now, white flour is completely useless nutrition-wise. There is no good part left in it. It's bleached with chemicals, and what you're left with is just fattening starch. Plus, most bagels are huge. You don't see a tiny little bagel for the most part. You see these giant, big bagels, and you're getting more than your recommended amount of bread. You get this giant thing. And then we've got granola. Granola is healthy, right? I mean, hippies eat granola, we've got all that thing. But actually, what makes granola really yummy is the sugar and oil they put in it. So it really isn't the best thing to be eating. And then we've got muffins versus a cupcake. So what do you guys think is actually better for you? Cupcake, the muffin, or they're the same nutritionally? Same. You're right. They have about the same amount of fat, same amount of sugar, and same amount of calories. And then we're going to focus on the dairy group, especially like yogurts and whatnot. So you'll play yogurt, and they have that at most dining halls and most supermarkets. You get chocolate milk. Some people don't like regular milk, cheese, and you've got fat-free. So in one little container of Yoplait, we have more sugar than in Reese's. And this is added sugar because, actually, let me clarify, not all brands of yogurt are this bad for you, but Yoplait especially adds a lot of sugar to their yogurt. And then we've got Nesquik, which we all know is a lot of sugar. It's got more sugar than Coke. A big 20-ounce bottle of soda. And now we're going to focus on veggies, a specific part of veggies. I'm not picking on vegetables in general, but on salads. Because for the most part, salads are really good for you until you dump on dressing. And especially creamy dressings like ranch or blue cheese. Now, a serving size for dressing is the first knuckle of your thumb. Now, how many people put that much dressing on your salad? I mean, for the most part, that's not a realistic thing. So, in a serving cup of ranch is 2 tablespoons. That's 2 little bits of your thumb. And in that, you have 14 grams of fat. in just 2 little thumb bits. And in mayonnaise, just 1 tablespoon, which most people put on there. Sandwiches or wraps or whatnot, that's 10 grams of fat in 1 little bit of mayonnaise. So other bad foods for you are veggie burgers. Now, veggie burgers, for the most part, you think they might be healthy because there's not all the cholesterol and all the fat in the red meat. But what holds the veggies together and keeps it in a patty is cheese. They add lots of cheese, and they're usually very large. Plus, when you add the sauce and the bun to that, you're looking at about 1,000 calories. And also wraps. Wraps, usually they're good for you. You don't have much bread, but think about the area of a wrap. They're huge. Some wraps are about 1 foot across, and they have a larger surface area than bread. So you're going to put more mayonnaise, or more dressing, more ranch, whatnot, and that's way more than the little knuckle you can thumb. So, what should you be eating instead? Instead of having fruit juice or really concentrated sugar syrup, eat more fresh fruit and less dried fruit, because dried fruit also has more concentrated sugar. If you're gonna have fruit juice, you can make it really easily by taking oranges and squeezing them, then you don't have added sugar. And for dairy, Greek yogurt is actually much better for you. Not only is it less sugary, but it's creamier and yummier and better. And actually, Stonyfield makes that kind of Greek yogurt. And that's with skim milk, don't have a lot of chocolate milk, and cheese in moderation. For grains, instead of granola, which is really sugary and really fattening, it's something like grape nuts, where it's not as bad for you. There obviously is some fat in it, and it's actually 1.1 grams of fat in grape nuts versus 6 grams of fat in